And we're back!
Hey!
Hey,
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
So, here's the interesting thing, is that when 3 new kids come into the house, Edith Sr. decided, you know what's the smart thing to do? Not clear out one of those old rooms, but instead build a fucking tower for all these new kids.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
I do love this. Like, the only 2 students here are freaking Edith and Lewis. Because Milton's been gone for 7 years by this point when they leave. But there is still the tray for Milton.
But it is.
Because she was constantly hoping that he'd come back.
Yeah.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
I do love it. It's got the birth date, but no death date.
Mm-hmm.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
You think sealing the door is gonna stop me, Edith?
Windows!
No, it's more of like your mom.
Oh no, I was saying me as in like third person type of deal.
Ah,
But yeah, Milton was just like the artist, as you can see.
He was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh man, I hear the thunder from your side of things. Oh god. Milton, what have you done?
Yeah, actually my brother had gotten like a cool video of a lightning flash.
Oh, that's cool.
He took several videos and one came out, so I was like, sweet.
So I do want to point out something though with this. Both Edith Sr. and Dawn basically would refuse to put the death date on things, though Edie went through and kind of made everything to basically signify he's probably dead. But when it came to the Edith that we're playing as, she puts that death date there. It's 2003 when he disappeared. She basically has accepted he's probably dead. When all the others were thinking maybe he would come back.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
So I want to point out something though with that. Do you think like that's just an animation or something? No, it's a literal flip book. I can slow down. How do I slow it down? Oh. Okay, slowly. There we go. You can slow it down like a real flip book.
Nice, that is awesome.
You can go quicker. You can go a little slower. Up, went 2. There we go.
yeah.
That's a long flip book.
And it's the last thing Milton drew.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So, when it comes to Milton's disappearance, there was essentially
Months
an explanation for it that doesn't fall in reality. Everything else kind of fits with reality and everything, but the people who made this game actually have another game that they created before this. I think it's called like the Unfinished Swan or something like that, and they claim that
that's what it's called. Just looking it up.
okay, yeah, they said that one of the characters in that game is actually Milton, having come from this world into that after having drawn this door.
Huh. Interesting.
So he literally used a magic paintbrush or something to go into another reality and leave his family behind.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
That is very interesting.
What? Am I stuck on something? Okay.
You're stuck on
Push,
it.
Edith, push!
But I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So I just want to point out something though. That's a fucking boat that they put on stilts to help be a foundation for a house.
Oh my gosh.
And this is all just on stilts, remember? If you like looked at the other parts of the house, like there's nothing below this except for little bits of this house and then just air. And they used
I
an old
remember-
tree as well, it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the stairs are broken to go upstairs, so well, time to look through here.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
You know, the thing that I don't understand about this house, though, is that one good storm could just destroy this house.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
some-
it hasn't.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I found Mom's bong. And I found... Wait, what controller would that be for? I think that looks like a Sony controller.
Yeah.
But
I was
those
almost
are
wanting to say
letters.
PlayStation, but I don't know.
I think those are letters, maybe? I don't know.
If it's Sony, I'm thinking PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, here
but-
we go. No, it's a Wonderland Turbo.
Oh.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
And there's his high school diploma. His freaking huge TV. Jeez. Mini fridge. He got a microwave right next to his bed.
I could see it. I could see some people doing something like that.
See, Lewis was born a little too late. Had he been born a little later, he would have been like the coolest Let's Player. Because I mean, look at his freaking like workstation here. Like, can you not see this being like something cool to have like in the background for like a Let's Play or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell.
Anyway, so if you're wondering where Lewis's memorial is, remember, Edie was working on that still in her bedroom, and she didn't finish it
Oh.
before she died.
Oh, wow.
So Lewis doesn't have a memorial, but instead, he's got this. Something for your mom from the Greater Seattle Institute of Psychology.
Oh.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And
So
things
this
that
is
had
something that a lot of people love when they came to reviews for What Remains of Edith Finch. This was people's favorite part.
Mm.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's the good pupper? Come on, pupper. Come on.
On the edge of a city
Pupper?
named Lewis Topia.
There we go. Come on, pup. Come on, pupper.
He built the city up slowly, brick by
You're not
brick.
pupper. Pupper's the only one I love. You get away from me.
Then he made musicians.
God, I have so many freaking stalkers.
And songs for them to play.
I just wanted an adventure with my dog.
And he was always playing something.
You're blocking the way of my dog.
Every day his imagination
You
grew
especially. Hey, my dog. My dog. Come on, dog.
He no longer spoke at the camp.
You fools, you're stopping my dog.
He's coming.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Here, boy. Here, boy.
His chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. At all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
Wait, where's my dog? You give me back my dog.
Oh my god.
were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Yeah.
He held an election for men.
I miss you, dog.
And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
I do love these names, to be honest.
St. Louis.
Yep.
He started drifting away from our reality.
I'm about to say it's laggy for me, so.
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Fish? No, you don't want fish.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
I want my prince.
beautiful prince.
My dear prince.
The prince was on his own quest for
What do you freaking think?
radiant rainbows.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
He followed the sound of his
I gotta go with the sitar.
Electric sitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Dang, they gave me 3 fish at once?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know.
Well, here's Lewis's locker.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh wow, my shadow clipped. Hooray! Oh yeah, my shadow is not happy with that. But yeah, you can't stop the real Lewis from just standing there doing kind of nothing.
I still thought I could save him.
Goodbye, Lewis. I ascend!
Even after he said he
The
was
great
going to
beyond.
reign over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh look, it's Molly the cat.
Calico who'd insisted on his
Hi, Molly. Who's a good kitty?
Meow.
Who's potentially my great aunt or something like that, who's now dead and reincarnated as a kitty? Who's a good kitty? Bye, Molly. Oh, thank you for pointing the way, good sir.
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
So, Hannah, are you seeing how this is gonna go horribly, horribly wrong yet?
I was wondering whenever it was at the cannery.
In reality, he's at the cannery. Here, he's going to be crowned.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
The only people left now are Edie and Dawn. Oh man, I'm not meaning to mess around with the book. It just wouldn't close for me.
I can't put it down. It's so good.
He was so proud of me. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
I did not see that one before. That's interesting.
What?
The
Like
him being proud of
horizontally?
being Indian. I must have missed that in my prior playthroughs.
That's cool.